And we're back with the third Slay Your 2020 video in this new series that I'm doing. And today I'm going to share with you guys how to set a goal. This is a super important video for everyone to watch, whether you are working on goals in the normal way or the manifesting way. It's really great information for everyone, so keep watching. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen. I am a life coach and manifestation teacher, and this is my YouTube channel where I combine my two favorite tools ever, mindset and manifestation, to help you create your best life ever. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in, be sure to hit that subscribe button. So welcome back. Like I said at the top, today we're going to talk about how to set a goal, because all goals are not created equally. So first I want to talk a little bit about just how important it is to set goals in the first place, because I feel like manifestation people come in either one of two categories, like the super type A people, and then the people that really, you know, are kind of fuzzy and out here somewhere. And I have at various times in my life fit into both categories. So it is still really important for both kinds of people to have the same understanding of goals and to understand why we're setting these in the first place. So I know with normal like goal getter videos, maybe setting a goal can seem like an intimidating thing at first. If you're in the fuzzy category, it might even seem like, well, why would I want to put myself out there like that? What if I don't reach my goal? What if it doesn't happen for me? So I get why there might be a little bit of kickback about setting a concrete goal, but I just wanted to remind you guys that you are a conscious creator, and especially my people here watching this channel, reading my blog, doing all those things. I really want to get you guys psyched up about the power that you have to create your own life. So creating your own life is not just something that just happens, right? It is something that you actually need to put some effort and energy and attention into doing. So how do you do that? Well, the first step is dreaming big, thinking about what you really want in life. But the second part is to actually commit to a certain goal or to a certain target in your life. And so the analogy I always like to use in this way is that sometimes it's true we don't actually achieve our goals, or life doesn't work out exactly the way we have planned in our minds. But there's two things about that. For one thing, you can only plan so much. Sitting back home on your sofa, looking at your laptop, reading books, like when you're in the research and dreaming phase, you only have so much knowledge. So sometimes real life is a little bit different than what we have prepared ourselves for, but that doesn't mean you've done anything wrong. The second thing is sometimes, yes, we don't reach our goals, or our goals are different than we thought, or our goals, you know, something shifts along the way. But part of that process is that you are taking one step at a time, and you are growing and expanding with every step. So with every step, you see the world a little bit differently, and maybe sometimes on the way to the goal that you set out for, suddenly you realize, maybe I want to go over here and not just stay over here, right? So you have to understand that goal setting is an ongoing process. It's not a one-time only thing. And if you don't achieve your goals, it doesn't mean anything bad about you. But setting goals is important to creating the life that you want. Pursuing your desires is one of the best ways that you have to figure out what your unique life purpose is here on the planet. If you do not listen to your soul, if you do not listen and you do not set any goals, you will never find out just how much you were capable of. Okay, so that's my little pep talk all about goals, and now we're gonna dive into the actual meat of today's video and talk about how to set goals. So I'm pretty excited. I hope you guys are too. So the first thing that I wanted to let you guys know is that you should not be setting any goals that have to do with other people, okay? So a goal that has to do with someone else would be like, I want my boyfriend to propose by Valentine's Day, or it would be, I want to have 10,000 subscribers on YouTube by this date. So those are like maybe good goals for you to have, but there isn't really anything that you can do. Like you can commit to, you know, showing up as your best self in this relationship, to being the best person you can be in your romantic world. You can show up as the best YouTuber possible, putting out all the content that you want and showing up in that way. But there's not really a guarantee that you can achieve either of these things, right? Because these goals are in the hands of other people. So when it comes to setting your goals, I really want to remind you that you can only control your life. You can control what you do. You can control the person who you are, but you cannot make anyone propose to you, or you cannot make people subscribe to you. So I'd stay away from setting any goals that are like that. And then maybe if that is something that you still want in your life, kind of reverse engineer it and think about, like, you know, What do I need to do to, you know, show up as my best self, to express to my partner that I want to get married? What do I have to do to show up to be the best possible YouTube creator that I can be? These are the questions you need to be asking yourself, and then that will help you to create a goal that you can actually accomplish instead of leaving your happiness and your goals in the hands of someone else. The second tip I want to give you guys is to set a SMART goal. So I'm not going to go into the whole SMART goal thing, but I will tell you what this means. So a SMART goal is just an acronym. It means specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Okay, so those are some very clear words that can give you a guideline on what is a good goal for you. Okay, so I've talked about this in so many of my manifesting goals, but when people come to me and they're like, I want to manifest being rich or winning $1 million or whatever, like if it's a fuzzy goal like that, like I want to be rich, for example, rich can mean so many different things to so many different people. And if you are not clear on what that means to you, you will never know when you get there. So it's really important not to use any fuzzy words when it comes to your goals, like rich, happy, successful. Like you need to know what those mean. You need to get really clear and define what those mean to you. And you get to make it up. So don't be overwhelmed by that. Like this, again, all this goal setting stuff is really just a chance for you to design your life. So get excited about it and really decide on what these things mean to you. Do the work of deciding what your dreams are, you guys. I feel like I say that all the time, but it is so important because this wishy-washiness ends up always in wishy-washy results, and that is not what I want for you in 2020, and I know that's not what you want either. So the last tip I'm gonna give you guys is to pick some really big, juicy goals for yourself for your whole entire year. And I'd recommend picking between 2 and 4 big juicy goals, maybe in different areas of your life. So these are the big things you want to happen. Like maybe you want to take a trip to Thailand, or maybe you want to lose 20 pounds or something like that, right? So the key here is that you're not going to end up putting these things on your daily to-do list, right? Creating the trip to Thailand, losing the weight. There's actually a lot of things that go into these bigger goals, right? And then you can start to set smaller goals based on what the bigger goals are. And you can actually probably create more than one action that is going to help you get to the bigger goal. So the problem with New Year's resolutions and the problem with goal setting for most people is that we get really excited at first, we're super jazzed, and then after a couple of weeks, we find ourselves sinking back into our old habits, right? It is so easy to just go back and do the things we've always done. This is just human nature, so don't beat yourself up or call yourself lazy for doing that. But this is the reason why picking a big, juicy goal and having a bunch of things that connect to that goal can be key in actually achieving something. Because if you just set a goal, I'm going to run 2 kilometers every day or whatever it is, and you run every day for 2 weeks, and then after that you don't do it for a couple of days, and then you feel like, ugh, I'm never gonna do this, it's not really gonna matter, etc., etc. So that is an easy way that people fall off track. But we have already disconnected the goal, like the running, with what we really want. So if you remember the bigger goal, that will help to invigorate you, energize you, keep you going, right? If you remember that you want to lose 20 pounds, 2 days of missed runs in like the scope of 365 days is not that big of a deal, right? Plus, you probably have a bunch of other behaviors that you're trying to implement as well. Changing up your diet, taking the stairs at work, etc., etc., etc. And the key to losing a bunch of weight is all of those behaviors over time, right? So if you slip here and there, if you make a mistake, if something happens, if you go on vacation, whatever it is, but you come back and you keep focusing on the big goal and you keep committing to the things that you're doing, you are going to have so much more chance of success of actually getting there than if your one thing that you're committing to was running every day and you stopped doing that after 14 days. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that you can see how, you know, thinking big but creating a bunch of small habits can add up into something really big for yourself. So I would get really, you know, expansive with your dreams. I would set some really big, juicy, big targets for yourself for the entire year, and then work your way backwards and then figure out what you need to do. And maybe you get even crazier with this stuff and you create like a 90-day sprint or a month sprint, and each month you implement something new. You can do something like that. There's so many different ways you can work with this, but I would really keep in mind those big 2 to 4 big goals for the entire year, that there are a bunch of little things you can do to make these things happen, right? Because no matter what it is, if it's saving money, going on a trip, losing weight, you know, whatever it is, starting the business, there's all kinds of things you can do to make this one big thing happen. And sometimes we get too focused on the little things and then we start to feel like a failure way too soon, right? We don't give ourselves a chance to be an actual human who has good days and bad days. So think about the whole year. Do not let a day or two derail you, especially in the beginning. And if you keep your eyes on the big prize, I find that way more motivating. Otherwise, we'll get stuck up again, like I said, in the little minutia and messing up here on something small and letting that trip us up for the bigger picture. So if you keep focusing on the big picture, that will really help you to sustain motivation through the entire year, hopefully. So if you guys like the sound of this, I've actually created a brand new planner for you guys. The Manifestation Planner Slay Your 2020 is here, and I'm so excited to bring it to you. So I'm going to leave a link in the description box below if you guys want to grab that. It is brand spanking new. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I made it very pretty, very easy to use. It is just a really lovely way to start planning your year, your manifestation goals, your action plans, all of it in one place. And it'll help you get really excited and keep you on track for the year ahead. So I'm gonna leave a link in the description box below if you wanna check it out. So thank you guys so much for watching this video today. If you liked this, please give it a like. If you know someone that could use this message, please pass it along to them. I'd really love your help in growing this little community here. I'll be back here soon in the next video. If you wanna learn more from me, you can check out my latest video right here. And if you wanna hit that subscribe button, I've left it right here so you can do that right now. Thank you guys again so much for being here. I'll be back here soon in the next one. So until then, I'm wishing you happy goal setting. And as always, just remember, get ready for the miracle. See you guys.